Chapter 20. Misery. HMM. Countless cultivators looked up at the sky. However, they saw that the sky above the world's first zither building was steeply covered in dark clouds, and the dense dark clouds slowly morphed into the shape of an ancient zither, a dark cloud like seven-stringed ancient zither. This is, young master and raised his eyebrows in surprise. This is the condensed heavenly kin. Immortal 1S Zither Dao has reached this level. Zhong Chanyi revealed a hint of surprise. Heavenly kin. Once the heavenly kin comes out, Fairy 1S playing will lend itself to this heavenly kin, magnifying the meaning infinitely to the entire city. Young master Un's eyes lit up. Those who condense the heavenly kin are not idle. This Fairy 1 has somewhat exceeded my expectations, Zhong Chanyi said with a complex expression. Ding 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 ding. Fairy 1 violently fluctuated the ancient zither. Immediately, a sharp zither sound came out, and at the same time, the dark cloud-like heavenly zither high in the sky, the strings of which followed Fairy 1's ancient zither, suddenly fluctuated, and the intense sound, in an instant, rushed straight in all directions, more powerful than ancient C's amplification formation, and in an instant, it penetrated through the whole of Silver Moon City. Countless cultivators in the city revealed a puzzled look looking up at the sky. Today, by the invitation of the world's #1 zither building, I present a piece of my creation, Less Miserables. To all the zither masters of Silver Moon City, Fairy 1 opened her mouth. The celestial kin simulated the sound of Fairy 1's vocal cords, spreading the words to the entire Silver Moon City. The world's #1 zither building, who is invited this time? Is this a zither condensation? Heavenly zither. This is the legendary heavenly zither, who has the world's first zither building invited. The heavenly harp appears. The sound goes through the heavens. Less miserables. What kind of tune is that? Countless cultivators revealed their curiosity as they looked up to the sky. Within the Silver Moon Villa, Yun Mo and the rest of the villa's disciples all changed their faces and looked up at the sky, because condensing the heavenly harp was not something that everyone could do. It required a strong strength in the Tao of the harp to be able to do so. Who is this person? The crowd looked at the sky and looked at the old manor master not far away. The old master of the manor was still gently wiping his ancient zither, as if he did not hear it at all. Not far from the heaven's first piano building, in a small courtyard. Not long ago, the first man who purchased the piano, Sima Changkong, was also gently wiping a mouthful of guqin at this moment, with a group of subordinates standing behind him. My lord, the model of the first piano building on this street is just like this. There are no changes for the time being, a subordinate said extremely respectfully. Sima Changkong wiped the ancient piano while squinting his eyes. The #1 piano building in this street. Oh, a piano. Canon. It turns out that everything is only for the sake of creating momentum. This Guhai is not simple. The situation of Guhai that I asked you guys to look into. Did you find out clearly? Inquired a little bit, but not much. This person is the water helmsman of the one piano hall. Only heard that. Li Haoran, Ding Rui pair died because of him. Other not much news. Seems to be from the Thousand Islands Sea. That subordinate respectfully said. Li Haoran. Hair. #1 under the sun would put Li Shenji back in charge of the Divine Mechanism Battalion. It turns out that there is also a reason for this ancient sea. Sima Changkong frowned. Yes. Immediately send someone to the Thousand Island Sea to spy on the ancient sea, Sima Changkong said in a deep voice. Yes. After explaining the matter to his subordinates, Sima Changkong put down the ancient piano and picked up the stack of papers on the table, part of which was the pre-sale contract for the piano, while the other part was a detailed description of the mode of operation of the #1 piano building on this street. What a wizard! Sima Changkong's eyes lit up as he looked at the information. Ding ding ding. Steeply, the sound of Fairy 1's celestial zither came out, accompanied by Fairy Wanner's words, "Oh, the number one zither building in the sky," inviting this demonic girl to play the zither. Less miserables, Sima Changkong, however, revealed a hint of surprise. Soon after, Sima Changkong revealed a complex smile and said, "The world's number one piano building is really looking for death. Wanting to suppress the flames of the ancient sea piano can look for other people, but found this demon girl. This is self-seeking death are. The demon girl's less miserables, even if it becomes a success. Your world's first piano house is also ruined. If you don't make a death, you won't die." Fairy Wanner's voice naturally traveled to the number one zither building in this street. In the huge zither building, countless customers revealed a hint of surprise. This was Fairy Wanner's voice. Many people walked out curiously, and where Guhai was in the attic, Mu Chunfeng barged in with some anxiety. "Hall Master, Ancient Helm Master, the world's first piano building has invited someone to fight again. And this time, it's still Fairy Wanner," Mu Chunfeng said worriedly. "We know," Guhai nodded. Long Wanqing also revealed a hint of complexity and said, "This one a fairy doesn't know what her origin is. It seems like she came from the south of the divine continent. And all the way through, she looked for countless people to cut the zither down. And I heard that she even once looked for King Lu Yong to fight the zither, but I just don't know what the result was. But she has fought and defeated countless zither Dao masters along the way, and her fame is getting bigger and bigger." As Long Wanqing was describing, the sound of the zither on the opposite side had already sounded. Ding 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 ding. The ancient zither plucked, and the heavenly kin spread the sound of the zither already throughout the city. Buzz. In an instant, it was as if heaven and earth had gone dark. What? Mu Chunfeng's face changed. Not only Mu Chunfeng, nearly all the cultivators in Silver Moon City had their faces changed. It was because at this moment, it was still midday, but with the sound of the zither, suddenly the sky was dark. No, there were no dark clouds in the sky. The sun was still shining in the sky. How did the sky go dark? Go to the terrace and take a look," Long Wanqing said anxiously. Mu Chunfeng was the first to rush out. Guhai followed. Wow! As expected, the four directions of Silver Moon City were in an uproar at this moment. The sky was dark, and it was getting darker and darker. Guhai and his party stood on the terrace and looked towards the opposite side. And sure enough, Fairy Wanner was in the middle of her rapid playing of the zither. The sound of the zither was melodious, and the celestial zither in the sky was constantly spreading its mood in all directions. Around Fairy Wanner, a cloud surrounded her, hidden from view. Ding 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 ding. As the zither sounded, the sky grew darker and darker. What's going on? The sun is in the sky. Huh, Long Wanqing was puzzled. Mu Chunfeng probed his hand, and a fireball appeared in his palm. However, the color of this fireball was very dull. No, it's not that the sky has turned dark, but, rather, we've entered Fairy Wanner's zither mood, Mu Chunfeng glared. A mood, but we're still awake right now, Guhai said doubtfully. This is a combination of the mood and reality. Immortal Wanner's zither Dao is terrifying. She moved the mood into reality, Mu Chunfeng said with an ugly face. So what? Guhai said doubtfully. Mu Chunfeng smiled bitterly. So what? Then the mood you feel doesn't just exist in an illusion, it's a fact. For example, we are now. What we are seeing now is not the darkness of the sky, but rather what? Long Wanqing pursued. Rather, our vision is degrading. Mu Chunfeng's forehead was sweating as he said. Visual degradation. Long Wanqing's face changed. It's destroying the human senses. Misery world, destroying the human senses. Mu Chunfeng looked across the room in horror. Stop, don't play it at once. Some cultivators anxiously rushed towards the world's first zither building. Buzz. Fairy Wanner completely merged into the mist and gradually disappeared in general. The cultivators who rushed up to the world's first zither building suddenly pounced on an empty space. Where's the person? Where is the person? At once, the crowd of cultivators roared anxiously. Ding 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 ding. In the sky, the celestial zither continued. Countless cultivators wore a look of horror. Escape out of the city. Escape, escape. You can't escape. When the sound of the heavenly zither enters your ears, it can't be broken. It will follow you all the way. All the way. Unless you break through this realm of meaning, otherwise, it will always follow you. What then? What then? My eyes are seeing blacker and blacker. I'm going blind. I'm going blind. Countless cultivators cried out in terror. The world's first piano building, yes, the world's first piano building invited the zither master. Find the world's first piano building. Zhong Chanyi, Boss Zhong, quick, stop the zither, stop it. The world's no. One piano house. You want to get us killed. My eyes are getting blurry. I'm going to lose sight. What to do? What to do? Countless cries resounded outside the world's first kin building. Inside the world's first piano building, Zhong Chenyi and young master and all changed their faces. Oh no, young master An. This can't go on like this. Quick, quick stop Fairy Wanna. The people's grievances are boiling over. Our world's no. One piano building is going to be destroyed, Zhong Chenyi anxiously said. Wasn't it you who said you wanted to give the entire city a memory? Wanna will end up unlocking the meaning. Young master and shook his head. But, what if it doesn't unravel? If you don't unravel it, this intent will follow someone for the rest of their life, blind. What else? What could be worse? Zhong Chenyi anxiously said. This song of hers is called Les Miserables. It should just be the beginning, young master and frowned. In an instant, countless cultivators in the city felt the visual degradation and listened to the sound of the zither. All of them revealed colors of horror and anger. Ding 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 ding. Countless zither Dao masters began to play the zither, trying to use their zither Dao intent to resist the intent of Les Miserables. But it was useless. The intent of Les Miserables was too ferocious, and the intent could not resist it at all. Mu Qinfeng and Long Wanqing's eyesight was declining, and the sky was getting darker and darker. Gu Hai, quickly, you play the zither. Quickly resist this miserable world's intent, otherwise, we'll all go blind, Long Wanqing said anxiously. Gu Hai revealed a bitter smile and said, I'm playing, there's no mood. How could there be no context? Didn't you create the Canaan? Servant Master Gu, quickly make your move. I now believe that you're a master of the zither Dao. So go and fight against this Les Miserables, or else, we'll all be miserable. Mu Qinfeng anxiously looked towards Gu Hai. But I'm really not a zither Dao master. I only know the song. I don't have the meaning. How can I resist? Gu Hai said bitterly. No, it can't be. How could this happen? Are we all going blind? Mu Qinfeng anxiously said. My nose. What I feel, my sense of taste is failing, slowly failing. My eyes, they're so blurry. They're about to go blind. My voice, How am I going mute. My ears hurt, my hearing. It's starting to blur. The five senses, Les Miserables. It's destroying people's five senses. Destroying people's five senses. No. In Silver Moon City. But suddenly there was a voice of misery. Under Les Miserables, a scene of misery in Silver Moon City was shown.